Okay, so today is Sunday, 7th of April. It's about midday. We've had recent heavy rain. I just come out to have a look and see what things look like in the tubs. As you can see, the tubs are just about full. They're up to the overflow point. There's a branch fallen down, which I get rid of. Maybe one point I'll add in here, having seen that branch or palm frond that blew down. In strong winds or whatever, you get a lot of leaves falling into tubs like these. With rain, strong winds. I have the netting across the top principally to keep dragonflies out, stop laying eggs, but it also catches a lot of leaves. With tubs this size, if you get a few leaves with toxic sap in them, and I don't know what they are around here, there probably are some, then you can lose MEDAKA. I've lost some MEDAKA before when they got not very well, became ill, and I think that maybe was some leaves that have been blown in from trees around. Lots of trees around here. Some obviously probably toxic, but I don't know of anything specific, any tree which specifically is toxic, but so many different types. I really wouldn't know. Bucket was empty before. It's not very scientific measurement of how much water is how much water is there, but it's about 50 mm, 2 inches deep. So that is what I've had in the last day or so. We said that the obviously is less than 50 mm because the opening in the bucket is much wider than a bit down the bottom. So yeah, never mind. Indication of how much we've had in about the last 36 hours or whatever. And as you can see, they are all full, and it's mean all the floating plants are spread out over the whole surface. So let me sort out and see what they look like underneath. See if the MEDAKA are happy. Let's tip the water out of there. Tip the water out of that bucket, and let's just see. Take a lot of the plants out and see what things look like. Oh. I think I sorted all these plants out about a week ago. You can see how many there are now, and they've doubled in about a week. Temperature is about 20. Today is about 24 Celsius centigrade, which is about, I think, about 75 Fahrenheit. And yeah, the MEDAKA look fine. They're looking hungry. I didn't feed them yesterday. As you can see, here's the overflow. It leaks a little bit sort of around the opening where it goes through the wall of the pot, but if the water gets up too high, then it goes down that hole. Unlikely for any MEDAKA to go down there. So let's have a look at the next one. Let's move along. See what we got here. Let's say all the floating plants. Got too many. Only a few small MEDAKA in here. And this one, water temperature is quite warm. As you can see, because of the curving side walls of a pot like this, when water gets this high, floating barrier which stops floating plants from moving over gets stuck below water level. So on the end I've got another bit of slightly larger pipe which I can slide along, so the barrier is just the right length to stop the plants totally covering the water. Yeah, that's adjusted better. You got any eggs? I would doubt it. No. How about in this one? Oh yeah, we got some eggs there. Don't know whether I might do some of those a bit later. These are the orange MEDAKA over here. Move on to the net. Bring my chair along. Have a look, see what we got here. Amazing how much these plants have grown in the last few days, last week. Move that around. Again, it needs to be adjusted in terms of length so that those are the white MEDAKA. Yeah, they're surviving under those plants and the heavy rain. Any eggs? Not really, one or two. So yeah, no problems. They look happy enough. Nothing at all. This one, sort of an overflow with a large hole through the side. Not sure you can see, I just drilled a whole lot of small holes, about 6 mm holes around just below the rim of the pot, and that's the overflow for this one. Move along to another one. Bring the bucket with me. A big pile of big pile of plants to go on the compost heap. Let's take out. Again, this floating barrier needs to be adjusted because the water level is higher than it was before. There we are. That should stop all the okay. See if there are any eggs here. No, again I doubt it. There's about one in there. I think because the rain would have really cooled the water down. And this one over here, again, needs to take a whole lot of plants out. Put them in the bucket. I mean, an enormous amount of vegetation grown there, maybe just in the last week. I mean, this is giant Sylvinia, which is, you can see how fast it grows. I think it's an invasive plant in some countries in the world, and it grows massively once you get above 20 degrees centigrade. And those are the red cap MEDAKA. Not very good red caps, but I mean, one of them don't look really red cap at all. But anyway, that's my breeding group of red caps. And let's have a look. No, not many eggs. But as I say, the rainwater cools the water temperature down. So that's what's to be expected. So this is the total amount that has probably grown in about a week. Incredible. And so that will be destined for the compost heap. Okay, so that's about it. Not anything very dramatic. Just sort things out after the recent heavy rain. Okay.